on what we had told you earlier, our top story right here on Newsdesk, which is about the East Africa Legislative Assembly. They've been having their sittings in the country it's scheduled to take 2 weeks. First week is done. President Uhuru Kenyatta was set to address the East Africa Legislative Assembly. Instead, the Senate Speaker addressed the EALA this morning, and our Patrick Amimo now joins me live on Newsdesk outside Parliament buildings. Patrick, so the Speaker of the Senate delivered his address. Perhaps you could point out some of the highlights of that.
Thank you indeed, Yvonne. What happened was that the President was to officially address members of the East African Legislative Assembly who have been meeting in Nairobi for the fifth session of this third assembly. And he sent the Speaker instead to deliver his speech. And some of the key highlights of the President's speech was that he assured Kenya government's commitment to the East African community. He says the unity and integration will be strengthened. He's also assured members that Kenya will also ensure that its budget deficit is paid by December this year. Remember, members have been complaining that they've been facing budgetary constraints. So the President has assured that the Kenyan government will meet its part of the bargain when it comes to the budget shortfall. He's also said that Kenya will be very keen to ensure that citizens across the East African countries operate trade effectively. Is assured of his government's commitment to ensure that the trade barriers are removed so that we realize the common market protocol, as it were, which was arrived at in the year 2015 when it became law. So the other aspect that did happen was that the Speaker also expressed concern that apart from the budgetary constraint, where he urged member states, the heads of state summit, when they meet, to ensure that those having budget deficits ensure that the East African Assembly is well funded for it to do its operations. They also said that the Assembly has also been able to pass 2 legislations during its stay in Nairobi. One has to do with one of the issues was to do with the audit and risk management, which was debated and passed by members. There's also a bill to do with polythene bags. You know, polythene bags is a menace in the region, and the East African Parliament is also working on it to come up with a bill that will regulate the use of polythene bags. They're also going to discuss gender and development bill. You know, again, the region is also grappling with matters gender. So those are some of the things that the East African members of Parliament were discussing here in Parliament, Yvonne.
Thank you very much. Patrick Amimo outside the precincts of Parliament here in Nairobi, where the East Africa Legislative Assembly is holding the 5th session of its sittings, and that was addressed by Speaker Ekwe Ethuro. Thank you very much, Patrick Amimo. We look forward to more reports from you on that, telling us about the 2 legislations that have been passed so far. Patrick Amimo, we thank you for that.